Rashawn has, I believe, 2-3 warrants. One of them not serious. Arizona's not serious.
What appeared to be a small legal snag has grown into a potentially disastrous situation for Chrisean following her recent detention. Her situation has drawn the attention of the public and the court system, indicating a difficult and protracted journey ahead. There has been a lot of publicity surrounding the intense situation involving Blueface, and Chrisean has sparked a lot of publicity. Hi there, and welcome back to Rumor Spill. High hopes were raised that Blueface would reveal the inner conflict, and there were murmurs that Chrisean would have to prepare herself for a long prison sentence, implying a bleak future. Nobody, least of all her, could have predicted the course that would eventually bring Chrisean to prison. This is surprising, particularly in light of her strong statement from a few months ago about severing her relationship with Blueface. She had made the decisive decision to terminate the unhealthy relationship in order to protect her child, making it obvious that she cared more about her child's welfare than she did about a man who, in her opinion, had fallen short of being a decent father. Chrisean acknowledged, "I nearly fell for his trickery once more. How am I acting? I feel awful about myself for even thinking about carrying on a relationship with a man who only creates havoc." She became aware of this after observing how his absence affected their son, which made her consider how immature she was. She was clearly struggling with the harsh realities of being a single parent in the absence of a committed spouse. Regretfully, even with her unwavering resolve, the well-known chaos cycle quickly returned. In a stunning turn of events, it appears that the universe itself intervened and placed Blueface in jail in 2022, following a violent incident that stemmed from a damaged ego. This occurrence is mostly responsible for Chrisean's current legal situation. The incident started when Cavis Trailer, a customer at a Las Vegas strip club, made a casual remark about Blueface's actions, implying that it was a strategy to approach women. Blueface and his group took offense at this comment and responded angrily. The altercation suddenly got out of hand, and in a startling change of events, Cavis retreated to his car when Blueface allegedly opened fire, firing a barrage of bullets into it, inflicting minor injuries. Blueface's legal issues began with this violent outburst in Las Vegas. According to TMZ, the brawl resulted in major charges against him. They charged him with felony attempted murder for using a dangerous weapon and accused him of firing a gun at a moving car. Despite being able to secure $50,000 in bail, the same day, he was still facing numerous legal issues. Afterwards, Blueface agreed to a plea bargain and admitted his role in the violent encounter. The judge sent him a strong warning about the dangerous road he was on, especially with regard to his careless use of firearms and frequenting dangerous places like strip clubs. His probation requirements were strict. He could not interact with anyone who owned a firearm. He could not enter downtown Las Vegas strip clubs unless it was absolutely necessary for business, and he could not use drugs or alcohol. They also instructed him not to communicate with the victim or his family in any manner. If he breaks any of these rules, he might have to go back to jail. Even with the explicit terms, Blueface violated his parole in the end. He found himself back in jail by January. In the meantime, Chrisean, who had already decided to keep her distance from the turbulent relationship, found herself making a public demand for his release. She enthusiastically screamed "Free Blueface" during protests, but in an unexpected turn of events, it was discovered that Blueface had arranged for her to attend a court proceeding in order to covertly notify the authorities and secure a reduced sentence at her own expense. This most recent revelation, which indicated that Blueface had planned Chrisean's recent arrest, demonstrated a profound degree of deceit and manipulation. With more layers of duplicity and complexity added to an already complicated scenario, this revelation left Chrisean navigating her emotional and legal issues against a backdrop of treachery and legal entanglements. It was becoming more and more clear that Chrisean's conversations with the police about her arrival may have been a major factor in her dramatic arrest when she entered the courtroom, as layers of dishonesty and consequences emerged. Many people are questioning whether her unwavering loyalty has been misplaced in this position and whether her involvement in this intricate matter has put her personal freedom in jeopardy. It became clear that a number of hurried judgments and a flagrant disdain for the law had created the conditions for this drama to play out. Chrisean said, "I understand they are saying that I have a separate case involved downtown, even if I'm not there," expressing her perplexity regarding the court procedures. "Knowing that my staff is looking into it gives me comfort," a passerby asked the officers as they were holding her. "Please pardon me, sir. Why are you holding her in custody? Are you suggesting that we will hold her accountable? Will you film me the entire time on camera?" At the courthouse, everything was in disarray. In the midst of the chaos, someone wrote, "You're renowned because she's pretty famous." Oh my God, she didn't get taken away. And even more painfully, Chrisean Jr. got split apart from her. Unexpectedly, Blueface's parents showed up, but they refused to receive the child, preferring to argue and heighten the drama that was being witnessed by the audience. A confrontation resulted from this situation. That is, for all we know, the reason you are here. Please move out of my way. I think you want to go against the grain. Chrisean's detention without the possibility of bonding out of custody added to the intricacy of the case. Wack 100, Blueface's manager, revealed that Chrisean's live Instagram posting had made her legal issues worse. Wack 100 bemoaned, "At first, she wasn't planning on bringing herself in, but if she'd acted sooner, she might have received a reduced sentence. It appears she will be serving a long jail sentence." Wack went on to discuss the gravity of her accusations. "That's Chrisean, but let's talk about this. I believe Chrisean is in possession of 2 or 3 warrants at least." "Not too serious. I guess Arizona isn't that serious of a state? California not really that bad, is it? You are not permitted to release her, since she is being held on an Oklahoma no-bail warrant for violating her probation." The more people spoke up, the hotter the legal disputes got. "We don't need to get her an attorney, so quit hitting me and tell me why you haven't bailed her out." The judge held the final say and would rule based on the case's merits. When the judge arrives, she might be given 30 days or some other harsh punishment, reorder her lessons, and then be allowed to leave, was the speculative statement made in regard to possible outcomes. She had said, "I didn't want her to appear in court, so she might stop after that." Blue knew he didn't need to be there because he was already in jail. It was revealed in an unexpected way. "You came not only to court me, but I'm telling you, you went live at the court," she tells me. Oklahoma isn't intellectually prepared to comprehend how life, the legal system, and this work, so by the time I enter and exit the courtroom, she can't get there, so I did my part. The practical difficulties of moving her were addressed. I can only keep emphasizing how hard it is to create a flexible schedule. If they get here in the next 30 days, I think they have 45 days to ship her. It's not like she's going to work a miracle. They'll take her there and fill the plane to capacity. The sooner she gets there, the sooner she'll return home." The public's response was divided, with Cody's supporters showing little empathy for her predicament. Chrisean faced 8 years in prison for breaking Oklahoma's probation restrictions in addition to other offenses, including tax evasion. The moment you learn that Rock is in Oklahoma, Gears will be imprisoned for a very long period. State levies that demanded an 85% completion rate were added to these fees. She declined to appear in court despite the animosity from some quarters, which exacerbated her legal issues and led to more warrants being issued in Maryland. Many expressed their happiness that justice was being served and their view that she constituted a threat to society and should not be freed. They also declared their belief in karma. In an effort to start a conversation, they also invited people to comment on Chrisean's circumstances. This incident is a sobering reminder of how easily one may get into legal problems and the significant effects they can have on one's freedom and reputation. Subscribe Rumor Spill for more videos.